Hello, Nev here, and today on Man Can Cook, I'm going to be showing you my paleo buns. Hang on, that sounds wrong. Making my paleo buns. This is a Thermomix recipe, but don't worry if you don't have a Thermomix. I'll post a link in the description to my non-Thermomix method for making these. These buns are gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free and nut-free. For this recipe, you will need 400 grams of water, 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of a light flavoured olive oil, 60 grams of psyllium husks. This is the Bonvit brand of psyllium husk. I find that this brand doesn't make the buns turn a funny colour. Some other brands I've used have made the buns go a weird purple colour. They still taste alright, but they're quite weird to eat. 80 grams of coconut flour, 30 grams of chia seeds, 25 grams of linseeds, 25 grams of pepitas, 25 grams of sesame seeds, 20 grams of sunflower seeds, 4 level teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Before you start making the dough for the bread rolls, you want to preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Then I put the water, the 3 eggs and the olive oil in a jug and just mix that together and set it aside. You'll also want to have a baking tray lined with baking paper ready, and also a separate piece of baking paper, quite a large piece. That's what we're going to use to roll the bread rolls. Firstly, we need to mill the psyllium husks into a psyllium husk powder, so just bring up your scales and weigh in the psyllium husks. And then we're just going to mill that for 1 minute on speed 10. Then weigh in all of your other dry ingredients, making sure that you tear the scales between each ingredient. And we're just going to mix that for 10 seconds on speed 8. And that's our flour for the buns. To the dry ingredients, or to the flour, add the previously mixed wet ingredients. I'm going to mix that for 15 seconds on speed 7. And here is the dough for the buns. So from the point that you mix the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, you need to work fairly fast. So just tip the mix out into kind of a log shape on the baking paper. And the thickness of this log will decide how big your buns are, whether you've got little kind of dinner roll size or something that you could make into a burger. So you kind of use the baking paper to roll it into the log. And once you're happy with the size of your log, just cut it in half. Half again. And then in half again. So as you can see, the thicker the log, the bigger the buns are going to be. So these ones will be fairly good size for something like a burger. You can round them out when you put them onto the other baking tray. And these are going to bake in the preheated oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. You'll know that they're done when you can press the middle of the bun and it springs back up. So the buns cooked for half an hour in the oven, and I turned the oven off and let them to cool a little bit in the oven. It helps to dry out the centres a little bit. And you know they're done when they are fairly springy. These are really nice straight out of the oven with melted butter on them. So what did you think of my paleo buns? These store really well in the fridge. You can also freeze them. And they're great for toasting too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.